I'm Majenta with the J, and I stole this bit from Trixie and Katya.
And skibbity bop bop bop, I'm Georgia Flu and I'm into scat. Don't laugh over my jokes!
Sorry! Yeah, welcome to Face Down Queens. We're doing episode 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 4. Let's jump the hell on in.
Yeah.
I felt like the biggest thing about this episode was Gia versus Farrah.
I started off on Gia's side, and then Gia just kept going, but then she kept going. And it got to be a little bit much.
I appreciated that she was like, I'm going to come bring lots of drama and give you good TV. But I was really actually impressed with how Farrah stood up to her and defended herself in what I thought was a very rational and fair way that was like mature.
It was. Didn't help her much, but...
No, it did not. Yeah, Gia came with a mission to make good television. And I think she did.
She did.
Yeah. Well, can we talk a hot second about their special guest star?
Oh,
Miss Henny herself.
Of course, we've got to.
Yes.
She was the star of the episode. She was the namesake of both girl groups. She was the central figure in both performances. She was everything.
Okay,
Yes.
we had 2 teams.
Team 1 being led by Trinity.
Team 2 being led by Monique Hart.
Trinity's team was clearly better.
Yeah, they were a lot better.
I'm really surprised that in the final judging they weren't judged as teams.
I agree. I thought the challenge itself was missing a little bit of a critical element where when they've done like girl groupy things in the past, they've had some sort of theme. Like, they literally were just wearing whatever the hell they wanted.
Yeah.
And they did not look cohesive. They didn't even talk about trying to be cohesive.
No, it was odd. I also think it's not a great challenge for this early in the season. Trying to, as a viewer, listen to 9 verses, judge their outfits and their choreography in less than, 7 minutes.
Yeah.
It gets a little overstuffed. Who is your favorite?
I actually felt like you could have had the entire top 3 of the challenge from that one team.
Okay.
Because I loved Trinity herself.
Yeah.
I loved Latrice.
Yep.
I thought that her verse, like, she sounded like she had recorded this song in 1991 and it hit the top of the charts.
I wouldn't remember.
And then I also thought that Naomi earned her top 3 placement because
She's not on that team, though.
She's not on that team?
No.
She was on the other team?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Valentina was.
Valentina,
was.
yes. Valentina did well.
Yes. I will actually say I agree. Latrice, I think, had the best verse. Her look was great. I thought Tina would be high, excluded from top 2 because of her
constant
female
nip slip.
Presenting nipples.
I feel like the editors earned their money with blurring her.
Yeah.
It is so bizarre though that they're even doing that.
I wonder if there's like some FCC thing where they're like just worried.
Female presenting.
Exactly. Like I liked Valentina's verse a lot. I liked her outfit as a whole, but I thought that was a little sloppy, and I'm surprised she didn't get criticized for it. Especially when they seemed to nitpick on Manila's outfit a lot.
So I did
the challenge.
I did find Manila underwhelming in the challenge. I did not think that she was horrifically bad though.
Right. I thought she would be safe.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about Monique's team?
Not particularly, but let's.
All right, since I already screwed up and I was confused. Clear winner on this team for me was Naomi.
I preferred Monet. She has a little bit more presence, I think, is the main thing. I liked her verse a little bit more.
So I could see Monet being better than Naomi with the verse.
Yeah.
Although I felt like Naomi had the best lyric of the whole thing, which was hung like a mother tucking baseball bat. Naomi to me had a great outfit, and Monet had like the worst outfit of anybody.
Well, yeah, but it's Monet. That's what you expect.
She's not killing it in the fashion department this season. But I mean, she's still there's some stuff, and she did a very good job. So who were your bottoms and either team at this point?
I thought money was right on. I called it Farrah and Monique. Farrah, if nothing else, than for storyline purposes. But also her dancing was rough. Her verse wasn't anything to write home about. Then Monique was the team captain, and I think that is the worst team choreography that I've ever seen on Drag Race.
Well, they really didn't have any choreography.
No, they were just all doing their own thing. I'm shocked that anybody from that team ended up in the top, just because as a whole, they were such a mess.
Yeah. I went back and forth so much with whether Monique deserved it. I think Farrah definitely did, but honestly, it was the whitest dancing I'd ever seen.
And we would know.
It's just like, hey, it's the first time I could do better than one of them. First time I could do better than anyone at anything ever.
Truly.
Yeah. Both songs were actually not bad as like backing tracks. They were a very good recreation of that like late 80s, early 90s clubhouse sound. I full on saw Stacy Layne Matthews as Martha Wash. But she embodied that so perfectly. Like she even looked like Martha Wash a little bit. So
she has that presence,
yeah.
She has that attitude, very that.
Yeah. I dug it, and I'm glad that both teams recognize the importance of putting her front and center.
Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb. We haven't discussed this, but I think we're probably going to agree on the best runway.
Yes, Manila. I think universally everybody is like, yeah, this is it. Peak performance.
That is. Hate to break it to you, but this is what peak performance looks like.
The trick is you got to rhinestone those armpits, which you could, do like braids. With some puka shells. Clinkety, clinkety, clink.
Puka shells. Let me check the decade on that and get back to you.
Is Bo Derek not cool anymore? I'm confused.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, exactly.
But worst runway for you, what would you say?
This one is super easy for me. It was Monique. I hated it.
Oh, super easy for me also, but it was Farrah.
Really?
Farrah needs to invest in some pads because she was wearing a tube of fabric. It didn't fit her. It was uninteresting. It was not All-Stars worthy.
I didn't dislike it. I'd say Farrah's problem overall is that she didn't have anything new to offer us by coming back. And that is present in her outfits being very sort of similarly styled every time, and like to me, she always looks good, but she doesn't look memorable with everything. Like, I wanted some more chances.
I just wanted it to fit her.
I hated Monique's because I felt like I liked elements of it.
Yeah.
But they didn't go together. Like, for example, the gloves, if she had gone for like some sort of full-on alien thing, the gloves were interesting. And then the reveal was, to me, like
unnecessary.
It was basically like, look at all of the undergarments I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Something about a breastplate that's like hanging from your neck, and it's trying to simulate skin too much to me, and you can usually tell, and it was so obvious
it needs
in
to
that
be done
outfit.
Right.
Yeah. It just was there. And it didn't match the same color as the rest of her skin.
Yeah, I just thought that hers was interesting.
I'll give you that.
Very few people's outfits on this runway were interesting.
I thought a lot of them were excellent, actually. I thought this was one of the best runways.
Oh, it was one of my least favorite ever.
Really?
I loved Manila's. Everybody else, it's like, oh, that's pretty.
Oh, see, I loved Trinity's.
I
thought that
Trinity's.
Red, the cutouts and the draping of...
It was one of the better ones for me.
I liked Latrice as well. She needed a little bit more pop of color somewhere, like maybe her lips or something, but it felt sophisticated. I didn't care for Gia's. It looked to me to be like old pageant style and not very fresh.
If it had been structured a little bit differently, I would have liked it. But it was either too high or too low or too big or too small. Like, it was just in a middle ground that didn't quite work for me.
The tops and bottoms of the week. Let's start with the tops. We had Monet Exchange and Valentina.
Yes.
And in third, we had Naomi for the second week in a row.
Latrice was the best of the week for me for the second week in a row and was safe for the second week in a row.
Yeah, I don't get that. Like, they're not giving her due.
I agree.
Okay, so the bottoms this week. Monique and Farrah in the bottom two, and Manila just barely skating by. I would say this is a case of you are safe
just
because of that
dress.
Yes.
I also don't think that she deserved to be in the bottom two regardless.
I agree with that, and I do wonder if it'll be a bit of a wake-up call for her moving forward. Maybe next week she'll do really well.
Who knows?
Monique and Farrah bottom 2, you felt that was fair?
That's what I called watching it. So.
I would have put Gia down there with the two of them instead of Manila. This might be a case where I would have said pick from the bottom 3, not just the bottom 2. Because they've done that back and forth in various episodes.
Yeah, they haven't done it yet this season.
I have a suspicion that Rue is trying to exercise a bit more control to avoid unexpected outcomes when leaving things up to the contestants.
Girls.
Yeah. The lip sync
is Into You by Ariana Grande. For those of you who may not know, that is the first song I ever lip synced in drag. So it's a song that's near and dear to my heart, especially as a lip sync song. They both sucked so much. It should have been double elimination of the two of them. Valentina can't dance, but she seems to think that she can, but not in a funny, like, I can't dance, selling it sort of way. And then Monet just sort of, like, took a nap.
I have to agree. I thought this was not a good lip sync. I thought the right person won. I did think Valentina did better.
By default, for the second week in a row.
I wouldn't say she was completely terrible. I think that she was mediocre, and she met a very low bar, which was
knowing her words.
Knowing the words. Monet she's done some great lip syncs.
Yeah.
The Nicki Minaj one. But I was like, what are you doing? This is not like a slow ballad. Like, there is a beat to this song. Yeah. Give me some movement.
I think once she was like, oh, I'm against Valentina to an Ariana Grande song, I see where this story's going.
I think I have never seen the editing more clearly struggle to make something seem good.
Yeah, they were pushing that.
Did you notice that they also piped in, like, the judges going, oh my god,
oh my god,
wow, which they never normally do. But
yeah, they were
like, guys, this wasn't that great.
No, it was bad. Let's say it.
But Farrah, so I didn't feel like there was much suspense about it.
No.
I would have been very surprised if Monique had been selected.
After winning the last challenge.
Yeah, Farrah had been bottom 2.
I think we can move on to our little card-based segments. First being our Royal Flush, which, if you remember from last time, is we each pick a moment or a queen that we would flush down the toilet.
I am going to pick Farrah's White Girl Dancing. Like, literally, you could say the whole choreography for that team.
That's fair. I'm gonna go with the lip sync. It was bad, and I disliked it.
Yeah.
Good song choice. So, our winning hand is the queen that we have decided stole the show, basically. So our pick for the week is Stacy Layne Matthews.
I feel like this episode, there wasn't a standout. They wanted us to say Valentina, but
we didn't.
The guest star stole the show, in my opinion.
The episode was kind of dedicated to her, and she truly does have that, even besides being a meme queen. She's a great drag queen, and you can see that.
Yes. Should we wrap up? Yeah. Episode 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 4. Thanks for joining us. We had a great time as always. Stay tuned because the episode 3 video is going to be coming up real soon.
Real soon.
Real soon.
You might even recognize her makeup.
What are you talking about? All right. Bye.